Question number 121. Which of the following pedigree charts does not represent inheritance of disorders like myotonic dystrophy? So these are some pedigree charts given below, and you have to tell that which pedigree chart cannot represent the inheritance of a disorder like myotonic dystrophy. Myotonic dystrophy is an autosomal dominant disorder. Now see all the pedigree charts one by one. In first case, if this parent is affected, it means it has that autosomal trait. So it should be capital A, small a, or it can be capital A, capital A. Here it should be small a because this female is not affected. Because the female's offsprings are normal, then it should be heterozygous only. So it should be small a, it should be capital A, small a, and it should be capital A, small a. So this type of pedigree chart is possible. Second one, again this should be recessive as this female is not affected, and it should have capital A and small a, or it can have capital A, but here again in the progeny, some of the progenies are normal. It should be considered heterozygous only. So this should be small a, and this capital A and small a. So again this is possible. In fourth case, again it should be small a, capital A, small a. It should be capital A, small a, small a, and it should be normal small a, small a. This is also possible. So, which pedigree chart is not possible? We are left with a single option, that is option number 3. In this condition, the genotype of the parents should be small a, and then they cannot have this affected offspring. They cannot have affected offspring because parents are completely normal and it is autosomal dominant disorder. So this pedigree chart is not possible. So the correct option for the given question is option number 3. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 122. In garden P, gene controlling starch synthesis is related to all of the given phenomenon except first option pleiotropy, second incomplete dominance, third codominance, fourth complete dominance. Let us suppose the gene which controls the starch synthesis in garden P is B. This gene controls 2 characters. First, starch grain size in P, and second, seed shape in P. What does pleiotropy says? If a gene controls more than one character, it is pleiotropic gene. Hence, the gene which controls starch synthesis, it is pleiotropy. So this option is correct. Now, if a pea plant has this type of genotype, then it will show the intermediate sized starch grains and round seeds. Round is dominant over wrinkled. It means this gene is incompletely dominant for the starch grain size. So this is also true, and completely dominant for the seed shape. So this is also true. This gene is not related to the codominance. It does not show codominance. So the correct option for the given question is option number 3. Let's move to the next question. Question number 123. Considering the inheritance of a disorder like color blindness, state the given statements as true or false and then choose the correct option. A. Both affected mother and father can never have an unaffected children. B. Both affected parents can have affected male child but unaffected female child. C. If a child has disorder, then his or her grandparents must have the trait, if not the disorder. D. A marriage between an affected female and unaffected male can produce all unaffected children. See the A statement. If both the parents are affected from color blindness, means if both the parents are color blind, they cannot have an unaffected child. This is true. If both the parents are affected, how can they have an unaffected child? It is a possibility if parents have just a trait, they are not affected, then they can have an unaffected child. So this is true. B. Both affected parents can have affected male child but unaffected female child. No, if both the parents are affected, they cannot have unaffected child at all. So this is false. C. If a child has disorder, then his or her grandparents must have the trait, if not the disorder. This is very true. Why? If a child has disorder, then the trait of disorder must be present in the parents, and the parents must have received this trait from the grandparents or their parents. It means the grandparents should have the trait, then only it can pass on to the next and next generation. So if a child has disorder, then his or her grandparents may not have the disorder, but they must have the trait. This is completely true. D. A marriage between an affected female and an unaffected male can produce all unaffected children. No. If a female is affected and male is unaffected, it means female has the traits on both the chromosomes and male is completely unaffected, then it cannot produce all the children unaffected. Males will be 100% affected and females can be carrier for the disease. So this is false. By analyzing the options, you can say the correct option for the given question is option number 4. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 124. In suite P, flower color is controlled by two complementary genes C and P. These genes control the biochemical pathway of synthesis of anthocyanin responsible for purple color in flower. Substrate A, gene C product. Substrate B, gene P product leads to formation of anthocyanin. Consider that two sweet pea plants with the genotypes capital C, capital C, capital P, and capital C, small c, capital P, small p respectively were crossed. Calculate the percentage of purple flowered plants in resulting progeny. First option 25%, second 12.5%, third 100%, fourth 50%. This is a question of complementary genes. What happens in complementary genes? These two complementary genes C and P, they control the flower color in a plant called sweet pea. How? Because these two genes C and P together control the synthesis of anthocyanin pigment. How? See here, substrate A changes into substrate B with the help of gene C product, and then substrate B changes into anthocyanin with the help of gene P product. It means to produce anthocyanin pigment in the flower or to produce purple colored flowers, a plant has both the genes capital C as well as capital P. Now see here, there are two plants with the genotypes capital C, capital P of parent 1 or the plant 1, and the plant 2 or the parent 2 has genotype capital C, small c, capital P, small p. Now from the gametes, it will produce only one type of gametes, that is capital C, capital P. You can calculate the types of gamete with the help of the formula 2 raised to the power n. So it will produce 4 types of gametes, that are capital C, capital P, capital C, small p, small c, capital P, and small c, small p. So these are the gametes produced by parent 1 and 2 respectively. Now, the question is, what percentage of purple flower plant will be produced in progeny? Now, the offsprings, they will be capital C, capital C, capital P, capital P. Second, capital C, capital C, capital P, small p. Third, capital C, small c, capital P, capital P. And the fourth is capital C, small c, capital P, small p. Now I just said that both the genes capital C and capital P are required to produce purple color in sweet pea. So the plant which has both dominant genes will have purple colored flowers. So it has capital C and capital P. Yes, it will produce purple flowers. Capital C, capital P, it will also produce the purple flowers. Capital C and capital P, yes, it will also produce the purple flowers. Capital C, capital P, it will also produce the purple colored flowers. So all the plants will be purple flowered bearing plants. So 100% progeny of these two parents will be purple flower bearing. So the correct option for the given question is option number 3. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 125. Select the correct match. First option, AB blood group, codominance. Second, hypostatic gene masks the action of another gene. Third, flower color in 4 o'clock plant, complete dominance. Fourth, gene for phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme, polygene. You have to choose the correctly matched option. AB blood group, codominance. Yes, AB blood group in humans shows the codominance. Both the alleles can express themselves together. So this is true. Second, hypostatic gene masks the action of another gene. No. The gene which masks the action of another gene is called epistatic gene. And the gene whose function has been masked is called the hypostatic gene. So this is wrongly matched. Third, flower color in 4 o'clock plant. It shows the incomplete dominance, not the complete dominance. How? If you cross two plants, first is red, second is white, you will get F1 progeny which has pink colored flowers because the gene which is responsible for red is incompletely dominant over the white. So it will produce the pink colored flowers. So this is incorrectly matched. Fourth, gene for phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is polygene. No, it is not polygene because the polygene shows additive effect. Gene for phenyl hydroxylase does not show any additive effect. So the correct option for the given question is option number 1. Let's move to the next question.